おいおい、寝起きに早々ナンバーワンかよ。ほんとかっこいいぜ、イレイサー。ぶっ壊す。
Yo, what is up Jamie fans, Josh here speaking. Today we are finally taking a look at the Kaiyodo Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Shigaraki Tomura Awakened version. And this is the first villain for the My Hero Academia lineup. Dabi is gonna be coming out next month, can't wait for that one, and Himiko Toga is also already in the works. So pretty exciting news for My Hero fans. As for Shigaraki right here, I think they did a great job capturing the character's likeness. The sculpting on the body is so thick, and the cape just looks nasty, bruh. His face could be a little bit better in my opinion, but nonetheless still looks pretty good. Now this is how Shigaraki appeared from season 6 of the anime after he inherited All For One's powers. I realized that a lot of people actually skipped out on this because they didn't like this particular version of Shigaraki, which I totally understand. I think his look from previous seasons were more unique and honestly best represents the character. But again, this is the version of him that we've seen the most in action, and is also pretty close to how he looks like from the current season. So it makes sense why they go for this design, because it is what's more relevant right now from the series. Now taking a look at his accessories, we do get a fairly decent amount for this figure. First off, Shigaraki comes with 5 swappable faceplates. The first one is a neutral smiling face, which looks alright. He also comes with 2 more of the same exact face looking on both sides, which I personally do like about Revoltech. They always include faceplates looking on every direction. It helps a lot when you're trying to make very specific poses. It comes with a pretty intense looking smiling face, as well as a yelling face with pure white blank eyes, which does remind me of this shot. To make this face even better, we do get an extra front hair piece, which you can easily swap out with the regular hair to make him look more dynamic. Next, it comes with a total of 4 pairs of interchangeable hands, including the ones that already came with him in the package, which are a pair of relaxed hands. He comes with a pair of fists, a pair of angry grabbing hands, as well as a pair of widespread open hands. And yes, I did notice that he's missing 3 fingers on his left hand. That was because of his fight with Redestro from season 5, which I believe was censored by Studio Bones because I don't remember seeing it from the anime. And if you're wondering, can Shigaraki even still use his decay on this hand? Well, the answer is yes. Also, if you ordered this figure from the Kaiyodo website, you will get an extra hand with a remote control, as well as a backdrop of Gigantomachia. This is to recreate that scene from when Shigaraki uses the device to call Machia to head over to his location. Again, not a fan of these exclusives that Kaiyodo is doing. I don't think these accessories are worth the extra $30. Personally, I'd rather if they would have made an alternate head where he has the hand on his face. I would be willing to pay extra for something like that because that is a classic look for Shigaraki, but this...
No thank you, no thank you.
Next up, we do get this black part which can be attached on his back. Then you get 4 of these black sticks, whatever it is you want to call them. All 4 pieces can connect to this black piece on a ball joint, which does give you the ability to move them around. So glad that they included this. It looks very cool on the figure. You also have the option to attach these sticks on each other to make one really long stick, and also you do get a spare joint as well in case you break some of them. Last but not least, we do get this really cool looking effect for his quirk decay. I love this effect, man. It looks so cool. I wish it was a lot bigger, but then again that would have taken a lot of space, so yeah, okay. Before we go over the articulation, I do want to talk about the cape here, which is separated onto 4 pieces, each connected on a ball joint, which does allow them to be moved around. It is going to leave some gappings no matter what way you pose it. Personally, I don't mind it since the cape is torn apart anyways. Having some gappings here and there won't really look that weird. I will say it is a bit difficult to pose because the pieces do go over each other, so they're basically hindering themselves. If you're wondering if the cape is detachable, I have tried taking it off. However, the ball joints that are attached on his back are so tight, it got me worried that I might break it if I try to force it too much. I did saw people online who was able to take it off, so it is possible. Probably just needs some hot water or hair dryer. From the image right here though, it does seem like even if you take all the parts of the cape off, it is going to leave one red piece on his back, so I think it's not really meant to be taken off. Either way, I do like how the cape looks when it's posed with the figure. Despite how it works, I gotta say it does look pretty cool in action. Now moving on to articulation, as you would have expected from an Amazing Yamaguchi figure, this thing is super poseable. The back of his head does have that hinge so you can move the head all the way up, although it is still being hindered a bit by the collar piece of his cape, but he can look all the way down no problem. Arms all the way in and out, wrist swivel, move up and down, elbow bend, swivel at the waist, and tilt side to side. Ab crunch can move all the way in and back, legs can move out, move back, forward, knee bend. Thanks to this lower piece we got some extra movement to go further. That can also rotate, same with the ankles, as well as move down, up, and side to side. For some height comparisons, here is Tenko next to all the UA students from the same line, and although this doesn't seem too bad, I feel like he and Todoroki should be taller than everyone here, since they are both 5'9". I think Bakugo just looks way too tall in general. He looks fine next to Deku though, but yeah, just think he could have gotten some extra centimeters. Either way, it is not that bad. Next here he is alongside all the pro heroes from the same line as well, looks pretty good. Here he is next to the Figma Deku and Raraka, as well as some other Figmas from different series. Here he is with some SH Figuarts, some Dawson model figures, some Marvel Legends, and last but not least, here he is next to the McFarlane All for One and Season 1 Shigaraki. Both of these are 7-inch scale figures, so they don't really fit in well with Amazing Yamaguchi. He can work with All for One since All for One is supposed to be taller than him, but not with McFarlane Shigaraki, he is just too big. Hopefully SH Figuarts will eventually make this guy. If not, I would like to have his big hands armor, whatever it is this thing is called from season 7. So overall, this is yet again another cool looking figure to add into your My Hero display. The articulation is superb as always. The cape is clunky but does look pretty cool once posed up, and the joints on this figure are surprisingly very tight on mine. Could be extra tight. So far, I have not found any QC issues on this figure, and hopefully it stays that way. His legs do look a little too thick, but as you can see from this image, his pants really does have these weird bulky pockets from the sides, which is probably why he looked extra thick here on the figure. I guess the only real negative I can say about this figure is the fact that we don't have the option to freely remove the cape. Yes, you can plug out parts of the cape like from what we've seen from this image, however as you can see it is going to leave a piece there which is only going to look weird from the back. I also think that they could have added a face where he's looking downwards as if he's looking down on someone, but that's just a personal nitpick. Other than that, I do really enjoy this figure, and he is a very important character to the collection as well, since he is the main villain of the series. Regardless whether this is your favorite design of Shigaraki or not, this is a pretty cool looking figure, especially when you have him alongside the other My Hero figures. Anyways, let me know your personal thoughts down in the comment section below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, as well as subscribe if you want to see more of my contents. I'm gonna be making a review of the SH Figuarts Itachi next, as well as a Deku vs Shigaraki stop motion, so stay tuned for those. I'll give you guys an update regarding Fig Film Heroes later on once things actually starts rolling, but for now, I'm pretty busy with these ongoing projects, so yeah. Have a great day and thank you for watching. Peace out.